the reason people remain spiritually immature is due to a fear of discipline, which is actually how we grow in intimate knowledge of God. God's discipline is an expression of His love, not His anger, and it is meant to train us to recognize and rely on Him more closely.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize that the reason we stay babies and the reason we don't grow in intimate knowledge of God, in many cases, is because of our fear of discipline, because discipline is actually how we learn to know His hand. Discipline is presented falsely in religion as another way to hinder people's confident access to the Lord, just like we confront teachings on justification and sanctification and reward. This is another one we need to really look at, because our impression of discipline makes it so that we think, and we're even taught this way, that discipline is something to be avoided and run from. When actually discipline, all of God's children receive discipline even when you're doing good. He prunes the branches that bear fruit, that they may bear more excellent fruit. We need the discipline of God. And again, it is not, if you really go through the scriptures, which is what this book is, it's not because you did something bad and God's angry at you. It's not out of His grief, it's out of His love, and it is a teaching to train your senses to know Him. That's really what it's about. And I've got a little excerpt in the introduction here. It said, I believe the goal of discipline is to make Christ our safe place that we automatically learn to run to in any situation. And the work of discipline is carried out not only when we're being bad, but when we're being good. The proper teaching on discipline from the New Testament strengthens our confidence in the Lord, shows us His loving hand in every facet of our life, reveals His purpose and goals that are behind His dealings with us. And as we learn to appreciate His discipline, we will find that we have a way to know Him intimately, and we will recognize His hand in our situations. And we'll look back at our life and we'll recognize His hand and His blessings and His dealing with us, and we will not feel that God is merely theoretically known to us, but we will truly feel that we're beginning to know Him and taste His grace. And the more I reflect on this, the more I believe it's true. Shrinking back from God in fear keeps us from knowing Him. And pressing forward in the face of discipline is actually where we come into intimacy with Him and know the grace